People often ask me about my Bible journals, or certainly my sermon doodling, and it's something that I guess I've always done. I think it was very early on when I was a new Christian that I realised that I didn't actually listen to the sermons all the way through, and I kind of got lost and my mind drifted. But I knew it was no different to being in school, if you like, where you take notes in classes, and it just helped me retain some information. And because I like to make things look pretty, I was starting to doodle just with a big biro. It wasn't anything big. And then as the years have gone on, I've kind of realised that I can embellish these things by using colouring pencils, and that's really where it started. And I love the fact that being creative in just even my sermon notes taking, it's just a little bit of a reflection of something of creative God. You know, right back at the beginning of Genesis, we read about how God created the heavens and the earth. And we see creativity right in the heart of the Godhead. And you've only got to take a short walk and look around nature and see all the incredible colours and the shapes and the textures. And just as you begin to reflect on those things, you realise that there must be some incredible design behind all the things that we see before us. And so I just really enjoy colouring in my notes, and that's really all it is. The other thing is, as you read scripture, you discover that actually God He made us creative people. I was reading that bit in Exodus not that long ago where the Lord's speaking to Moses, and it says this: "See, I have chosen Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and I have filled him with the Spirit of God, with wisdom and with understanding, with knowledge and with all kinds of skills, to make artistic designs for work in gold, silver and bronze, to cut and set in stones, to work in wood, and to engage in all kinds of crafts." And I love that. So whether you're a knitter or somebody who loves to crochet, or whether you just like to paint and draw or cook, bake, whatever, it's all there in scripture. Hairdressing, it's there in scripture. And it's just really great to be able to enjoy our creativity. But right now, I fully understand that we are not in a season where we can just pop along to church and listen to a sermon. I guess we can sit down at our desks and listen to something online. But one of the things that I personally find a really great way of just getting into God's presence is when I listen to worship music. And so I'm going to leave you with a bit of a challenge and a bit of encouragement, and just say, go on, make some space for yourself. Go and put on some worship music and begin to draw and begin to see what comes out. People often say, "Oh, Jazz, is there a special pen that you must use, or is there special colouring pencils or techniques?" Do you know what? Make any marks you like to make on paper. I personally prefer one of these kind of pens. It's a gel pen, it's a roller ball. It just goes really smoothly on paper. I've got hundreds of these lying all over my house. Currently, I'm using really soft colouring pencils. But I've used crayons and pastels and just normal pencils. It's just whatever you find the easiest. There's no rules to this. You make it up as you go along. And I do personally prefer using plain paper notebooks. You can obviously get the ruled kinds, and of course you can use them. But I just find that the plain ones, you have a lot of space to be able to do your doodles. And I tend to leave the left-hand side blank, just because obviously you get the colours from the page before, so just to avoid that. But that's just kind of my top tips to Bible journaling. But getting back to a challenge for you right now, and I'm just saying, put on some worship music. But you know what? I think there's a real battle in choosing to sit down to do this. So I'm going to ask you to make it a discipline, maybe a diary moment, maybe, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. You're going to sit down for 15, 20 minutes and you're just going to listen to worship music and doodle. Because it's all very well doing it when you feel like it. Because when you feel like it, actually you probably just want to worship God anyway. But there's something in the discipline of sitting down and making a regular time and choosing to step in, where I think you will encounter God in very special, deep and profound ways. So particularly in this season, can I encourage you to go for it and make that diary time, spend time with God, and I know that you'll be blessed.